Welcome back, guys. Welcome to your favorite top day combination. Just now and now.
What's up, guys? Yo, what a wild one. I think our first episode, crazy feedback.
We are on the third one now. But the first episode, sure,
Hit home.
the response was very positive.
We appreciate you guys for all the responses, especially on Own It and Trash It. It's been good.
Own it or trash it. I actually want to read your comment, right?
Okay.
It's one of you guys. This is great feedback. This is how you know that you guys help us become better, right?
That's what we need to know.
Okay, wait, let me get to it. I should have been there already.
That's okay.
Okay. So one of the guys put in the comments, I don't know if I should say his name.
It's fine. We'll keep you anonymous.
We'll keep you anonymous, right? But he said, nice one. Really enjoyed the stereotypes, especially the white people that have the dogs in the front of the car, and then the workers are in the back, in the boots of the bakkie. You know.
Well, we did own it.
Yeah,
so that adds to the substance.
Yeah,
we owned it.
No, it was good feedback.
We owned it. Yeah, that's very good. That's what we need to hear from you guys. Either agree or disagree.
Yeah, but definitely.
That's agreeing. We own it.
Yeah, we owned it, and he agreed. He confirmed it.
While we
yes,
let's dive into number 2 of Own It or Trash It.
The thing that you guys enjoyed the most.
Yeah, or where we got the most. Okay, I'll start today. Let's see.
Okay.
Let me just pull one here. Okay. Lekker. White people don't get cold.
White people don't get cold.
Well, now I'm sitting here with a t-shirt and you in a hoodie. Don't
you guys get cold?
I think the general view is that we don't get cold.
Yes.
I get very cold, for example. But the problem is when beating the minus 10 degrees in Bloemfontein.
He says a different story.
When it gets very cold, he just puts on two pairs of short pants instead of one.
Pants and then the boots.
I don't know.
Or the kids go to school barefoot and in shorts. Like
barefoot is just the way of going.
So do you guys connect into you connect with the soul of the earth? Like
I'm gonna be honest with you personally.
Yeah.
I get cold.
You get cold?
I get cold.
Okay.
I don't like the cold. I have very thick jackets. You even know here at work.
Yes,
I've got like jackets on jackets
on top
for
of
when
that.
It's cold in the office.
Oh, like you.
But in general, you just see it can be winter. It doesn't matter. You'll see
shorts,
the
slip flops,
fellies or flip flops.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Because
but I do see like some white people do wear warm clothes because they're like it's really cold.
Yeah.
But you get your special ones.
I want to say we almost have to 95% own this, because in the majority we don't get cold. Like I'll even stand around just a group.
I mean, where's your jacket now?
Okay, but it's not cold now.
It's not cold.
Are you cold now?
I haven't taken off.
Although my hands are cold.
You see?
So I am cold actually.
Okay.
Why am I not wearing a hoodie?
No, I got you. But sure. So you say 95%.
Yeah.
We own it.
We own it.
Okay. We'll
mostly own it.
Mostly own it.
Yeah, 95% own it.
Yo. But guys, like if anyone can relate, tell us what is the science behind why you're walking barefoot to school, or why you wear shorts.
Do we not get cold, guys? Do we not? Am I the only one that gets cold? Please tell us.
Because in the African household, I don't know, there's an African blankets. There's that one. This is how we know we get cold. There's a specific one. We even during summer we put it in the cupboard, right? And then in the winter, when those cupboards are out, the winter has arrived. And then those are the ones that are difficult to get out of bed because that's the one.
It's
when the alarm goes off and you have to get out those warm blankets.
Even the weight of it just holds you down.
It holds you down. Like you're reminded that it's winter. Then you go outside and you see,
Shorts.
shorts.
Gets out the bakkie.
It's
lekker weather today.
Water.
It's lekker.
Lekker dag. Lekker dag. Yo.
It's lekker warm.
It's lekker. No. Yo.
Okay, we'll own it. 95% own it.
Okay.
There's a few ones.
Own it.
Anyway.
Okay.
Let's pull up yours there.
Let's pull up mine.
I'll leave that to you.
Okay. All black people can't swim.
Oh, are we gonna get discontinued? Banja, I'm sorry. I think it's an absolute owner.
You know, when we swim and we come up and then we wanna dry our face to go. And then when white person comes out, it's like
it's those scenes of coming up.
Yeah, and then us is when we
it's like you're fighting the water.
You're fighting the water.
Like you're even smacking it when you swim. It's like
I hate to say this, right? But in high school when we were young, when we go on holiday, my friends and I used to say, when we go to the beach, all the white people are there surfing, in Durban, yeah, dude, I'm surfing. And then the black people are there doing this and we don't like water.
Oh, I think that's a own it.
That's an own it. I mean, guys, do you see anyone in the Olympics?
I was about to actually ask you, have you ever seen in the Olympics a black swimmer?
No.
I mean, I might be wrong here. I don't follow Olympics that closely. But
staying in South Africa would have let us know. The only black swimmer in we would have known.
Yeah, we would have known.
Yes.
We would have known.
No.
Yeah, no, that's a fight. That's an absolute struggle.
I'm going to say with my chest, we're going to own this one.
Okay, are you owning it?
We are owning this one. Yeah.
I have to agree with you. I've never went back when I used to play rugby, and it's so true. And we'll go on team buildings to the beach or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's always us white people run into the ocean and we're ready, and we're ready.
In the deep end.
And we just see there in the waves, hips is too deep even. Knees.
Yeah. Like even when it comes, you're like
you jump over the wave coming.
You know the foam when it's foaming, you're like we don't like water.
Okay, I agree. I agree with that one. That all black people can't swim. I agree with it.
How I learned how to swim, I had white friends. White friends taught me how to swim. So even I'm not perfect,
but you've realized the water isn't fighting with you.
Yes. When they said jump in the deep end, I was like,
maybe that's why we don't get cold. Because we're exposed to water from little already.
And then this goes back to our first episode. We're running because we're running away from dogs. So while you guys are swimming, we're running.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you own it.
We're owning this one.
2 owns today.
We're on a roll.
Own it.
We're on a roll.
But we're breaking barriers. We're accepting it. We're
breaking generational curses. We're gonna start swimming. My African brothers and sisters.
Now where to learn. He just witnessed.
And we will buy jackets and long tracksuit pants.
Yeah.
For
We'll take you swimming, and when we're done, we'll go have a cappuccino or coffee. Yes. And you'll give us jackets to put on to say you don't have to get cold. You don't have to be brave. It's fine. Get cold.
We'll bring those African blankets.
Yes. Yeah. We are moving forward.
Well, moving forward is the only way.
Yeah, lekker.
That's good. Yeah.
Besides that was a good one. This is such a good segment.
Yes.
And we really have you guys to thank, because the feedback we've received on this segment, especially of Own It or Trash It, has been superb. And we're going to stick to it.
Yes.
Because it's it really does help speaking about these things
It does.
without emotions attached. And
Yes.
so what the culture says and the culture that.
Yes.
And it brings me actually to a point which is worth discussing. Is someone mentioned to me, it looks like we've known each other for
so
years.
long. Yes.
And we've been best friends for
years.
very long.
Yes.
But our friendship actually only really started in about February, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, February, yes.
In the new year. And I mean, we've been in the same team.
Exactly.
We just never had conversations. And as we spoke more and more,
yes,
we've realized that there's actually there's a friendship forming.
Yes.
And that brings me to the point that I want to discuss is someone asked me, how is it possible that two guys can get along so well, so quick,
from different cultures?
From complete different cultures, like complete different cultures. And I think it's simple, and we've spoken about this briefly, and it's all because we don't look at our culture according to what people tell us where we come from. We decide who we are and what we stand in. And the honest truth is we stand in the kingdom of God.
That's the foundation.
That's the foundation.
Is when, whenever I address my wife, I say, like, my Christian brother in Christ. Like, when he says, like, oh, Martin's your friend, I said, no, it's not he's my Christian brother in Christ.
We're brothers.
We're brothers, exactly.
It's exactly that.
Yes.
And it's because we work from that foundation that this can be so easy.
It flows so easily.
God never intended for us to have war between color of skin.
Yes.
Never intended for us to struggle to have these conversations and break barriers. I think breaking barriers is going to take us so far.
Exactly.
And we rooted in the same thing.
Yes.
And that's why this is so easy.
It's so easy. Like how we establish the steps, walking this journey together. And we know that even if you come from different backgrounds, the foundation remains the same. It doesn't change. That's how beautiful it is.
Because we were both created.
Yes.
And just that is enough. And it takes away the differences in culture that might have been imposed on us, or might not have been, but on people in general, on the South African nation.
I'm sure they look at this like, since when? Like, what's going on over here?
What's happening here?
And you're right, two completely different backgrounds. I mean, you grew up very Afrikaans, right?
Yeah.
And then I grew up very, very like South African, like in an African family,
Yeah.
Thinking like, my mom is a Sotho, my dad's Nigerian, so it's very out Africa and then South African.
Yeah.
Now you come and then I meet.
She's even more culture because Sotho, your mom, and your dad Nigerian.
Yes.
There's even more culture.
You see.
But you don't revert back to that.
To the now culture, the ways of, Then when we meet each other, it's like, wow, this is so easy. Like,
It comes easy.
Like you said, now it's February, January, the way we established, but how come? Like,
it's 5 months of just chatting at work, and 3 weeks ago starting this thing. And it comes easy, it comes naturally because of our foundation of which we work. And that's what we're going to keep at the core of this, is breaking these barriers so people can see that this is how it can be if we just let whatever is imposed on us in terms of culture gets removed, and we just look at each other as people. As brothers, as you said.
Exactly.
And sisters, for the sisters watching.
And guys, if you see this is working, the same thing can happen for you guys.
Yeah.
Don't be closed-minded, have an open mind. That's why we say we live in a rainbow nation, so we should live by that,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree.
Which comes down to this point of the episode, right? Because you're my Christian brother, right? You're my brother, bro. So I have a set of questions for you.
Okay.
That I prepared that you don't know about.
I really don't, guys. That's why now I saw a smile coming and I thought, hey, is this another dog joke coming now? What's happening?
So, on behalf of all Black South Africans and all white South Africans, right, we want to know your point of view, right?
Okay.
So, it's just questions that you can answer, and we want to know your side, right?
I'm in the deep end there.
Yeah.
On the spot. It's like an interview. Do you have other people lined up for the Just Now and Now podcast? Is this my interview? If I
this
don't
is
pass, there's a new person in
There's
this
a new
chair.
person coming through. Okay. All right. So here's my first question. Right, you ready for drum roll? Okay. All right. Cool. On behalf of all of South Africa, all right, how do you feel about pap?
Pap.
Yes.
I love pap.
And be honest, have you ever eaten it with your hands?
Yes.
You-
I love pap.
You love pap.
You can bring me pap now. You can bring me pap anytime.
Yes.
So, me and my wife, we've spoken about this, go to
Yes.
the Kruger often.
Yes.
And in the Kruger, there's two, I'll call it a picnic spot,
Yes.
where you can buy pap and vors. Always.
Do they buy as well?
Yeah. They have these picnic sites, which is fairly safe. You have to be vigilant.
Mm-mm.
But pap, I love pap.
You love pap.
I love pap. And
Sure.
yes, I have eaten it with my hands.
Okay. Are we moving forward, guys? Okay, second question. Why does every Afrikaans guy either drive a Hilux or want to own one? Is it in the DNA?
It must be. I don't know. I don't know if it's a... Listen, to be fair,
Yes.
when I drove in my dad's Ford Ranger,
Yes.
it's also a bakkie.
Mm.
Now we're going to start a whole different debate, because you must know that
I'm ready.
in our culture,
Yeah.
Hilux versus Ranger, like Toyota versus Ford, is a big thing.
It's a big thing.
It's a massive thing. I'm not so into it. But if we pull someone in here now who drives a Ranger and
Yes.
someone who drives a Hilux,
Is
we'll
that-
have a 2-hour episode.
Are you serious?
It's like the Messi Ronaldo debate, man.
Is it like that? Ford and
Yeah, it's like that. But anyway, the point I want to make is when I was in that Ranger, you feel very tough. Not gonna lie.
does it make you?
Like, up here looking down, Yeah. Look at this I-10, I'll trap you.
And you see the road rage where like they're driving and they like look at you down like this,
Yeah, I don't have much, but I think it is that feeling of
feeling tough.
get out of it with your shorts. In
Ah,
minus 10 degrees, you
yes.
understand? It adds to the toughness, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, that makes, because when Trump said all Afrikaans people can go to America visa free, so there was this guy who said like, if Oom now wants to go buy a vehicle at the dealership, he's gonna say, Mia, Exuka Hilux, I don't want this Tesla. I want to drive the bakkie. I don't want
Bakkie.
I don't want the vehicle to drive me.
Hear my Hilux.
Yeah, you see. So it's in the DNA,
On that point, I think this whole thing is anyway somewhat stupid.
Yeah.
We are here together as a country.
Yes.
No need for us. This thing was also made much bigger than
much
it
bigger.
actually is.
Yes.
I understand there is a difficulty there,
Yes.
but it can be resolved within through things like this. Just chatting about it.
Just your.
But anyway, we'll get to that another episode.
Okay. Then here's something that is really good for everyone, like, because it's nice to learn about cultures every day, right?
Huh?
As a white Afrikaans guy, what is the biggest misconception about you that people people didn't wish they didn't assume?
It's a very good question. I'd have to say that we are all set in our ways. That we are just set in our ways and in our culture,
Yeah.
and that we don't care for other races in this country. That white people don't care for black people or care for colored
Yes,
people or
yes.
care. White people actually, despite what majority thinks, for me personally, you are one of my only friends.
Exactly.
And you are a black guy.
Yes.
And I think that's a big misconception.
That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. And then lastly, if we swapped lives for a week, what's the first thing you think I struggle with in your world, and vice versa?
George, that is a very good question. I love that question, though.
Yes.
What you'll struggle with? I want to say my hair.
Yeah,
It's not that easy.
it's not okay.
There's another misconception. Our hair isn't easy just because it's
I thought you
straight.
guys just go in the shower and then it's like,
It's not that easy. We have something we call, I don't know, kroinkies, which is, I don't know what you call it in
Okay.
English. I'm going to be honest with
I
you.
only know that.
And then your hair is just like all over the show.
Yes,
But no, on a reel, that's not just a joke.
yes.
Yes, actually, I can't really think what I would struggle with. I think what I would struggle with if we have to swap is in terms of family on your side, because family in your culture is a lot more involved in terms of you have to kind of,
Yes.
what's the right way of saying this, care for them or look out for them, provide for them.
Black tax.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to say it. Black tax.
Yeah, black tax, basically.
Yes, yes.
I think that's something I would struggle with.
Yes.
Because I love my mom and my dad dearly, and I'll help and we'll help out as brothers. We help out, we help one another.
Yes.
There's always that relationship there, but there's no obligation.
True.
Family is there and we care for each other because we want to. Where sometimes, from what I've heard, again, correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe this is a misconception, but
yes.
On your side, it's more an obligated thing that you must
like now
send money or send this or send that.
Yes. So it is like that, but you get some families that really do promote that when you grow up and you establish yourself. You don't need to come back. Like obviously later when we're old and you can't, then obviously then you obligate, you can choose to like take care of the family. But most families have that, mentality. I'll use my experience. Like I had an aunt who had kids because she knew that if I have more kids, I'm gonna be blessed because then they can take care of me. So I'm like, you're basically having kids for an investment, So, and not all families are like that, but in some case, in my case, I've had someone who has been doing that because they think, okay,
no,
they'll take care of me.
You've experienced it,
but your child should be able to grow, establish themselves, just like how you have done the same thing. The black tax is a bit of a fight.
Yeah. Now I want to ask you the question: what do you think you'll struggle with on our side?
Sure, that's you actually now put me on the spot. What would I struggle with?
It is a bit difficult.
Okay. You guys like hunting.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm afraid of like going into, like, I know it's a masculine thing, but like if a kudu is running at me, I'm running, right? Or I don't mind shooting it, but it's like this I don't like dead birds, so now it's like picking up a dead bird or
I've personally never hunted.
Yes.
I don't see myself ever hunting.
Yes.
Because I love animals so much. I'm not a vegan or anything.
Okay,
disclaimer,
but yeah, I get you. Yes.
Eat your meat. It's good for you.
Yes, good for you. Yes.
Good for your muscles.
Protein. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for them, it's the kudu won't just run at you, so don't worry if you do decide.
It don't run at you, but kudus have that way it runs in different directions. So now it runs, you're like, yeah, and then it takes,
I've never hunted, but it's from my understanding in terms of people I've spoken to, it's kind of a sport. I don't want to say a sport to them, but
like a hobby, adventure.
Adventure, yeah, that's the right word. It's an adventure for them.
Oh, okay.
Which someone has to kill the animal for me to have biltong, so it's okay. I just don't want to.
I get you. But I don't. Other than that, like maybe food, like certain spicing, seasoning. I would be like, you guys like chakalaka, but maybe it's not so spicy. Then how you know.
It's a whole nother stereotype we can actually tackle is that we don't spice our food well enough.
Yeah.
Oh, but we'll get there. You'll have to watch the next episode, guys. Yeah, that's actually good.
Yeah.
You know what's very good from what we just discussed?
Yes.
Is the fact that when you asked me that question, I really actually struggled a bit to think, what would I struggle with? And same with you. to show that if we do change roles, there's actually not that many differences.
Exact family is still there. The family dynamics is still there. The cultural aspect is still there.
It's not. We're not years apart. We're rooted in the same thing, and we're both people.
That's why it was so difficult. So now, perspective. Now
this actually adds to our conversation. This was actually very good. Did I pass? Can I stay in your podcast?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. No, that's very good.
Yeah. No, thanks for answering that. That was great.
Oh. Guys, we really wanna thank you at this point for all the feedback we've gotten, because we can only get better with the feedback that you guys give us in terms of stretching us and the things we've had to learn over the last 3-4 weeks of our lives in terms of editing. There's so many things we've had to learn to this point. And it's because we want to bring you the best. We truly want to bring you the best, even though we're just starting out. We want to set the bar high. We don't want to just
start low. We really do want to set the bar high. And the feedback that you guys give us is really great feedback. It helps us give you great content like we try to do. And the editing, the process of making this will happen.
There's a lot going into it, and the more feedback we get from you guys, the better we can come in here and discuss what you want us to discuss, or any suggestions, whatever you guys want to add to it. We do appreciate it. Thank you for all the love.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Anything you picked up from this episode, put it in the comments and share your points of view. We really want to hear it. And then maybe we'll read out your comments in the next episode.
Right.
Why not?
I think let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Whatever comment gets liked the most, we'll put it on here.
And we read it out. We'll read your name out and then give you a shout out and everything.
If it's podcast friendly.
If it's podcast, of course, yes.
Please, guys.
Disclaimer.
And remember to like and subscribe and share with your people. We really appreciate the love. Let's see where we can get this. Let's get cultural barriers broken.
Yes.
Do this thing.
Let's do this.
Amandla.
Oh, wait. Guys, see you now.
See you just now. You have to say, see you just now.
Okay, we got that. Okay, cool. All right, guys. See you just now.
See you now.